25 DCCR 1482. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marks as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Rojas?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 3-year deferred probation. There would be a $500 fine and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Rayleigh is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Rayleigh, your unwillingness today at first to take responsibility gives me some concern.
Yeah.
What you guys were doing that day was absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
And somebody could have been seriously hurt.
Yes, ma'am.
A paintball can cause all kinds of serious bodily injury.
Yes, ma'am. And I told Mr. Rojas I'd be willing to do anything civil matter with the victim. You know, I'm not a just horrible person. I'm a
No, I mean, y'all, it was ridiculous
Yeah,
and stupid. And
yeah.
you're lucky you're not here for an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon by shooting an eye or shooting somebody in the head in the wrong place.
Yes, ma'am.
3 people were shot just driving. You're lucky that y'all didn't get shot because somebody didn't think it was a real gun. And that's what people are doing everywhere now, is shooting people. So you're out there with a paintball gun, but you in turn could end up shot. So I just want to make sure you understand that giving me an opportunity to review this gives me some concern. You need to take advantage of this opportunity. You're very young. There's no reason for you not to be able to be successful and make some better decisions. But you need to understand the importance of this as felony court. Doesn't have anything to do with civil court, doesn't have anything to do with paying them back. It has to do with you doing your probation right. And if you don't, you go to prison.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing just so I can get a little more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom today, and she's sitting at that desk right over there. All right. See you back at sentencing.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
You're welcome, Mr. Rowan.
Miss Williams? All right, Miss Williams, you tested negative, which is obviously good. You just look very kind of out of it and tired this morning. I'm sorry?
I don't get in trouble.
You don't get in trouble? Well, you're in felony court, so. So you're in some trouble at least. So let me go through this with you. This is your initial appearance, Miss Williams, in cause number 26 DCCR 0804. And in that case, you are charged with the 3rd-degree felony offense of theft of property, and that's from January 24th of 2026. And so since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
No.
All right, so what I'm going to do, Miss Williams, is reset your case for about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get a lawyer hired before the next court date, then just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order and you would go back to jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. It's obviously very important too that you don't use any type of substance that would test positive. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Step in front of the clerk. She'll give you a reset notice. Good morning. Are you Broderick Guillory?
Yes,
And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
he does.
Mr. Guillory, in cause number 25 DCCR 1716, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of burglary of a building from February 3rd of 2024. How do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Lewis? Do you fully understand them?
Yes.
And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like that agreement that you've reached is for a 3-year deferred probation. There will be a $500 fine and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Do you also understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1.
No objection, you.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Guillory is not competent? All right, so I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily.
Here's the legal twist. A guilty plea can mean giving up appeal rights. But this defendant still gets a second chance before sentencing. Did the judge make the right call?
Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Ms.
I'm looking,
Malvina?
Judge, it looks like what they alleged is not the right word, but what they stated was that the appliances were approximately $1,000 each and the window to be repaired $600. That being said, that's in the offense material. They have failed to, since 2025, submit a restitution request at our letter request. I don't have a problem waiving the PSI if you want to do maybe an amount not to exceed, but that's all the information I have. I will send another letter.
I think
today.
since restitution is a possibility, I'm going to go ahead and get the pre-sentence report done. That way they can also reach out potentially if there's any amounts that get confirmed between now and then, we'll do sentencing then. So again, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. But what I'm going to do is reset your case for sentencing so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you and your case. More specifically, really about the restitution that could potentially be ordered. So if there's restitution, if there was something that did not get returned or things that were damaged, then that is going to be part of your probation that you pay that back. And so we're going to go through this process so that they can see if they can get those amounts. When you're leaving today, you need to stop and talk to probation. She's sitting up.
And that's how today's courtroom session comes to a close. Multiple defendants, different charges, but one common theme: a second chance comes with serious responsibility. Which case stood out to you the most, and do you think these judges struck the right balance between accountability and rehabilitation? Share your thoughts below.
That desk right over there, and then we'll see you back at sentencing in a few weeks. All right, thanks, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Different defendants, different charges, but one message dominates: second chances come with consequences. Would you trust this judge's approach to justice?